If this is the first time that you're hearing me speak about your times, your talents, and your treasures, I want to start off with a quote that hopefully will not only bring some nostalgia, but really resonate with you as we enter this conversation. The quote is, "With great power comes great responsibility." Spider-Man, right? I know this very intimately because this is my fiance's favorite superhero, and I have watched all of the movies and some of them more than once. I wanted to open up the conversation with that quote because there's actually another really profound echo that Jesus makes in scripture. And it's in Luke 12:48. He says, "To whom much has been given, much will be required," insinuating with great power comes great responsibility. So the big question is, how are you investing in all of the areas of your life? And I personally did some reflecting on that question, and I was like, how I am stewarding the different areas of my life in terms of my time, my talents, and my treasures. And why do I break it up into those three? It's because from a faith-based and spiritual standpoint, God gives us three things that we have at our disposal. We can invest our time, we can invest our talents, and we can invest our treasures, right? So those are the three resources that we have at our disposal to use as we will. Every day, we exchange something good or bad to leave in its place with how we invest our time, our talents, and our treasures. So today, I'm gonna walk you through this really powerful tool that I created. It's very simple, but it's going to help you very clearly see where you're investing in the different areas of your life and maybe where there's some opportunity for you to pour into certain areas that you haven't necessarily been investing thus far. So if you want to grab this free tool and even follow along, you can download it below. There's a link below this episode where you can get it for free. And quick introduction here, if you're new, my name is Peyton Thompson, and I'm on this crazy mission to help equip, enable, and empower young adults to be more prepared for the real world. And I do that through a series of free education and tools, working with professionals through this whole channel on all topics about life education, finances, taxes, housing, insurance, whatever you can think of in that realm. The goal here is just to help provide you with the personal and professional development exercises that you need to be able to confidently and successfully own all those adulting areas of your life and own your story. So I welcome you, and this is going to be a really great lesson today. It's one of my favorite exercises in this whole channel. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and jump into this tool. So we know we have our time, our talent, and our treasures, which are finite resources that we get to decide how we're going to steward and invest, which will determine the impact that we're able to make in our different life categories. And those life categories include spirituality, relationships, home, health, career, finances, service, goals, recreation, and rest. At least those are the ones that I want you to focus on in this particular exercise. And all of these different areas are connected through you, right? But if you've ever felt like I'm not doing enough, or I'm lacking in this area, or I feel like I'm failing at this one thing, we are going to get very practical and map it out in silos, how you're actually performing in that area. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised that you're already doing more than you know to invest your life well. So let's get to the framework. Across the top, you've got your three resources: your time, where are you giving your attention and presence? Your talents, how are you using your strengths, skills, and gifts? And your treasures, where are you investing your money, assets, and material resources? And then down the side, you've got all of the key life categories. So spirituality, relationships, home, health, finances, career, service and community, education, goals, recreation, rest. So your challenge is to fill in all the boxes. For example, in relationships, are you investing time in your friendships, or are you letting them fade? In your career, are you actually using your skills and strengths, or are you hiding them? In service, are you giving your treasure, being money or resources, toward causes that matter to you? So as you go through the whole matrix, just bullet your answers. Put in a word or a phrase that fulfills what you feel is actually stewarding and investing in that area well through your resources of your time, your talents, and your treasures. In any box where you feel like you can't truthfully say that you have something, where you feel like you're investing your time, your talents, your treasures into that specific area of your life, just leave it empty. And that's okay. It's not a failure. It's just a guiding post to show you that it's an area that you possibly could grow and invest in the future. I think we have a lot of pressure on us to say, I have to have the right things, to do the right things, to be the right person. But take a minute to flip that script. You already are the right person that you need to be, to do the things that you need to do, to have the life that you're meant to have. So again, if you want this worksheet for yourself, you can grab it below this video. I highly recommend it. And I would even say do it with somebody else that you care about, whether that be maybe a family member or I did it with my fiance. And for us, it was a really beautiful exercise because not only were we able to see like where we were doing things that we were proud of for our investments of our time, our talents, and our treasures and be able to like cheer each other on with that. But then we both had empty boxes. But here's the thing, that empty box, it might not be something that you need to pursue now or ever, but it could just be in the season. It's not a priority for you. And that's perfectly okay. So here's your challenge. Print this worksheet out. Take 15 minutes to yourself and just bullet point all of the different ways in which you feel like you are investing your time, your talent, your treasures into the different life categories well. Where you see any empty boxes, go ahead and ask yourself, is this an area that I need to prioritize more? There will be some indication in your soul that, hey, yeah, this is something that you've been neglecting. And then on the other hand, it could be like, yes, I want to do that, but it's not a priority right now because I have a whole other bucket of priorities that I have to focus on first. And that's perfectly okay. But what's going to be really cool is that you have qualified all of your opportunities and you've kind of affirmed for yourself that you're probably doing better than you even think. But for the areas that you do decide, I want to do more in this area, I want you to be super practical. It does not have to be this big extravagant thing. It can be as simple as calling a friend, or my favorite new little thing is like the voice memos. So you just like click the audio, give them a 30-second audio just to let them know like, hey, I love you. I'm thinking about you. I hope you're doing well with XYZ, and send it. Small gestures just to invest in that relationship, to plant seeds, to provide value in exchange your time for something good. You don't have to be the richest, the smartest, like the most capable. You just have to be intentional with what you have already at your fingertips. Because here's the thing, life is going to reward you with the investments that you make. Just like the financial markets, it is a return on what you invest in. If you give your time, your talent, and your treasures generously, and you don't like gatekeep them to yourself, that's just only going to come back to you tenfold. Because the more that you give, even more you will receive. So may your time be spent wisely, may your talents be used boldly, and may your treasures be sown into things that last and build your legacy. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want any more free tools, tips, and tricks, I invite you to follow along, as that is all that we have on this channel. And if this episode was even sent to you, I hope that you take advantage of this resource and all of the free resources on our channel that we share in almost every episode. Because when everyone gets better, everything is better. Like, we all win. So take advantage of it. I hope you enjoyed this exercise. And if you want more content like this, I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.